Monster shuffles are a great way to work your glutes in both a strengthening and stabilizing fashion, which can bring stability into the pelvis and the hips, which can release tension down into the knees, the ankles, and reduce some tension in the lower back. All right. So what we want to do is we want to take a mini band. I've got one that's made of cloth here, a stretchy fiber, but any sort of mini band, typically they come in rubber or latex, will work just fine. There's 3 positions that I typically have people put the mini band. I will typically have you start with it above your knees because it gives you a better feel for the hips, and then move below the knees, and then the ankles, and even the feet. So I guess there's 4 positions that I typically use. We're gonna start above the knees to give you that good feel of the hips. We want the feet at about hip width, maybe just a little bit outside. We want to get our feet engaged by shortening that foot. Notice I spread the floor, I get a little bit more of an arch that way. And then I drive my knees apart, and I also rotate them open. From there, all it is a small shuffle in each direction, and the number can differ depending on your goals. So I'll just show you a couple here. The entire time, I'm focusing on driving out into the band so that as I step, this knee doesn't drag in, I don't lose that foot positioning, and I stay nice and tall, nice and stable. And I'm also not worried about taking huge steps, and I try to keep my eye level the same the entire time. Okay, one more key point. As we go into this movement, typically what people will do is drive their knees forward and kind of sag into it, but that turns off some of the glute muscles, and that's not really what we're looking for. So instead of pushing forward into it, I want you to soften your knees, just a little bend there, and then flex your hips, pushing your butt back, get a little bend, and then go through your monster walks, your monster shuffles.